Hello everyone, this is Let's Connect and I am Rishira Ganguly. Today we are going to be in conversation with the very talented and beautiful actress Barkha Singh, who was recently seen in ZEE5's Silence, Can You Hear It? In this interview, we would be talking to her about her recent venture, among other things. So welcome to Let's Connect and thank you for joining me. How are you?
Very good, very excited. Just basking in the aftermath of the release of Silence and loving every moment of it.
I have heard some great reviews about it, and it's such a thrilling film because you have so much going on, and you can't really pause and think about it because there's so much happening. You have to keep pace with it. So,
Yeah.
without further ado, what were the table discussions like when you were pitched the story, and also when you were discussing about your character?
For those who haven't watched it, let me just very briefly tell you what Silence is about. She is a very sweet, very lovable girl. She is the daughter of an ex Supreme Court judge, and she dies under mysterious circumstances. Then there is ACP Avinash Verma, who's played by Manoj sir, and his team, which includes Prachi also. They find out, and the whole film is how they're investigating the murder of Pooja Choudhary. And it's called Silence because there's so many players and सबको कुछ कुछ बात पता होती है लेकिन एक एक कुछ कुछ बात वो छिपाते हैं, and that silence is what is causing so much time for the investigation. So that is why the film is called Silence. So now to answer your question, Rishira, I was approached for the character of Pooja. Approached, matlab I auditioned and then I was approached. And Aban ma'am, who's the director of the film, had just given me this one brief right from day one of our first table read, where she told me that Pooja's character needs to be something that is very pure and very honest. She's a primary school teacher. She's someone who's just like very nice. Like, there's some people who just अच्छे होते हैं, like for no reason, for nothing. She's very nice because she wanted the film to be that hard hitting. कि the people who are watching the film, even they should want to know कि क्यों उसको मारा किसी ने. So that was my main brief when I came on board for this film, where ma'am was just like, Barkha, keep it very simple, keep it very pure, keep it very honest. So that's what was my endeavor in the film, also in whatever scenes I was alive in, to try to be honest to the character.
And it did show on screen because you were so innocent and you were so, doodh ka dhula, and I was like, okay, cool. So now she's dead.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. But in an era when, whodunits are becoming a common genre to explore, especially when it comes to OTT platforms, how do you think silence kind of, stands out in the crowd?
I think just by the sheer fact of its relevance, like I told you in, just a minute ago, that, like, okay, I don't know how to put this, but say something like, as I said, that everyone has something to hide. Mm-hmm. And even in this film, you're seeing, because from the audience point of view, they can see it. So you can see that everyone's hiding something. And I think a concept like this is very, very relevant. Irrespective of the genre, irrespective of anything, we always have our little secrets. And that is what the film has tapped into in a very beautiful way through a whodunit crime thriller genre. So I think that is something that makes it stand out, just the sheer relevance and relatability of it in a very deeper concept. And also, obviously, it was Prachi's comeback. Manoj sir was in it. For me personally, it was the first time I was playing dead on screen. So like all these things, I think coming together, I believe made it stand out. Even like the way the shots were taken, and it's one thing to like a film and it's one thing to like your film. But I actually liked this as a film because I truly felt that it was very gripping till the end. And if I didn't know, I don't think like very few people till the end could guess who actually murdered me.
Right. Why was it important that such a story be given a digital space, so to say, to be, to be told to the audience? Because what if it had been a theatrical release? Do you think the audience reaction would have been different to it? than now that it's a digital release?
So I'm going to answer your question in two parts. One is I come from a school of thought where I believe that it is the content of your project that matters and the medium doesn't really matter. It could be a release on YouTube, it could be a release on OTT, film festivals, theaters, international release, it can be anything. But what truly matters is the content of your project. Also, I think we are in such an unpredictable pandemic that you don't know when and whether people are even going to go to a theater and watch films. So, to be very honest, as an actor, you don't really have much of a say on how it's going to be released and all of that. And it was a call taken by the producers to release this on ZEE5 Premium because it was also Z Studios production. But I'm equally happy, yeah, whether it went on an OTT or theater or wherever, because given the situation, I think OTT is is the big thing currently and will continue to be the next big thing.
And that is very true. And looking at how the situation right now is, I think it was the right decision. And also looking at how it reached such a wide audience and such a, huge, it made such a mass appeal. I think it was kind of the right decision also to put it on.
I hope so.
To put it on a digital medium. So this character, Pooja Choudhary, seems like you're trying to break the mold of typecasting. So are we going to see many different avatars of Barkha Singh going ahead?
Yes. In fact, I'm so glad you asked me this because my next release is going to be on Disney Plus Hotstar, which is going to come out sometime next month. We might just chat again then for that release, but for now, I can't disclose too much about the project yet because the channel would obviously like to officially talk about it. But I can tell you this much that I am very excited for that character. She's so quirky, she's so funny, she's so intelligent. I wish I was her actually. Like I wish Barkha was like her. And it's very different. Like it's on the completely other end of the spectrum from Pooja. Which I feel very lucky as an actor that I'm able to, show both possible, probable sides of the spectrum in a matter of a month. So, yeah, but like that's all I can talk about the project just now. But I am very excited about it and I can't wait for it to release.
That is great. Tell us about the atmosphere and set. How is it working with Manoj, Bajpayee, Prachi, Desai, and Aban ma'am? It must have been very exciting, the whole scenario on set.
Absolutely. So unfortunately, Prachi and I didn't have scenes together because I was already dead by the time she came on board. But I did have like one or two scenes with Manoj sir, one of which made it in the film, and there was one more scene that didn't make it in the film because I think it was causing a jerk in the story or something. But it was a lot of fun nonetheless. Like as serious as the film was, every time the camera was not rolling, there were only laughs and jokes and like all sorts of like mischief happening on set. It was so difficult to like lie there and play have a straight face on, or like even in the scenes where they're actually shooting the climax, here we're shooting the climax and there's someone like giggling there and I'm like, stop giggling, I have to be dying. So it was a lot of fun. One thing I should actually tell you is so I have never died before, as I was saying, right? So in that one scene where I was playing there and Manoj sir has to look at me like that, he was laughing and I was laughing because he's like, "Aise padi hui hai? Dead bodies don't move their eyes." I was like, "Sir, nahi ho raha hai." Like I'm trying, but and especially when you know कि आंखें नहीं हिलानी है, उसमें और आंखें हिलती हैं. So like he gave me a few tips on like how to be able to control your slightest physical muscles to be able to play there. And also even in the climax scene where we were shooting, I think it's a very beautifully shot scene if you've seen the film, where they actually show how Pooja died. Right. So I think even while shooting that, it was in the middle of all the hasi mazak and jokes, there was also a lot of hard work and I think some phenomenal coordination between the different departments, because in that set, there were, there was the direction team and the fighting team and the choreography team, and there was so much happening all together, but like when you actually see it there, it feels like there was no one but the two of them in that room. So yeah, like जो दिखता है वो होता नहीं है और जो होता है वो दिखता नहीं है.
Very true. And in cue with the film, I mean, because it was gorgeous. The way,
Yeah.
the way the climax was shot and the way everything kind of comes into light, it kind of, I mean, you're awestruck by the end of it. So, as I was awestruck, what was your family and friends' reaction to the film?
Oh God. It to everyone like was just like, so when the first trailer came out, and in that, you're showing that she dead. So all my fans were just like, oh my God, like I had like DMs pouring in on my Instagram handle, being like, Barkha Didi, what happened? Barkha Didi, what is this? I know it's just a film, but like I don't like this. I didn't like seeing you dead. Kuch to bhi hua. And like my mom and dad obviously are used to the whole field, and they know everything is just acting, and like we shot this scene by scene. But my distant relatives and all, they were just like, hi Bachi, hi, hi. So everyone actually kind of gave the reaction that we hoped they would give. So even though like people were like a little taken aback, मुझे बहुत मजा आया. Because I was like, यही चाहिए था, यही चाहिए था.
That is
So,
wonderful.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure everyone, would have just been like, oh my God, ये मर गई, ये तो अभी जिंदा है. I mean, this woman I know, and on screen she's just lying there. But anyway,
Yeah.
thank you for joining me in this interview, and thank you for your
Thank you.
wonderful answers. I loved having a talk with you, and you're so energetic. I can't even like think of you as a dead person because I mean, you see a person, you see the actor, and you see the character that they play, and it's so different. And that is the magic of cinema, because you kind of merge these two different entities together and make this wonderful, wonderful story, which is Silence. Can you hear it on?
That's a wonderful thing to say, Rishira. Thank you so much. Those are very, very kind words. Like that's what, as an actor, you live for. Like for someone to just be able to notice that difference between you as a person and the different characters that you portray. Because a lot goes into it. A lot of homework, a lot of post work, a lot of everything goes into it. And I think all actors, whether big or small, whether they are digital actors, whether they're film actors, whether they're television actors, theater actors, just live for that acknowledgement. So thank you so much.
No, I am acknowledging your hard work, the film, everything. It was brilliant. And I can't wait to see you on Disney Plus Hotstar next. I mean, you OTT platforms are just like, on a roll
Yes.
right now. I can't wait to have a chat with you when that project drops and we see another new avatar, a quirky avatar, as you say. So, yeah, thank you so much. And
Thank you.